The notion that scientists blaspheme God with their supposed science is a misguided and outdated perspective. This viewpoint stems from a misunderstanding of the relationship between science and faith, and a lack of understanding of the scientific method. Science and faith are not mutually exclusive, and many scientists are also people of deep faith. The goal of science is to understand the natural world, not to undermine or discredit the existence of a high power. The scientific method is a systematic process used to develop and test scientific knowledge. It involves making observations, formulating hypotheses, and testing these hypotheses through experimentation and data analysis. This process is designed to be objective, and it is not driven by a desire to prove or disprove the existence of God. Rather, it is a way of understanding the world around us and of developing new technologies and treatments that can improve human lives. Many scientific discoveries have been misinterpreted as being anti-God or anti-faith. For example, the theory of evolution is often seen as being in conflict with the biblical account of creation. However, this is a misunderstanding of the scientific theory, which is simply an explanation of how species adapt and change over time. It does not address the question of whether or not God exists, or whether or not God played a role in the creation of the universe. In fact, many scientists see their work as a way of understanding and appreciating the complexity and beauty of God's creation. They believe that the natural world is a reflection of God's power and wisdom, and that the study of science can be a form of worship. This perspective is often referred to as theistic evolution, and it is a viewpoint that is held by many scientists who are also people of faith. Another area where science and faith are often seen as being in conflict is in the field of cosmology. The Big Bang Theory, which is the leading explanation for the origin of the universe, is often seen as being anti-God. However, this theory does not address the question of what caused the Big Bang or what existed before the universe began. In fact, many scientists believe that the Big Bang Theory is consistent with the idea of a creator God and that it provides evidence for the existence of a higher power. The idea that scientists blaspheme God with their supposed science is also based on a misunderstanding of the concept of naturalism. Naturalism is the idea that the natural world can be explained by natural causes and laws without the need for supernatural intervention. This does not mean that scientists are opposed to the idea of God, but rather that they are attempting to understand the world in a way that is consistent with the principles of science. Finally, it is worth noting that the relationship between science and faith is complex and multifaceted. While some people may see science and faith as being in conflict, others see them as complementary ways of understanding the world. Many scientists are also people of deep faith, and they see their work as a way of serving God and of improving human lives. In conclusion, the notion that scientists blaspheme God with their supposed science is a misguided and outdated perspective. Science and faith are not mutually exclusive, and many scientists are also people of deep faith. The goal of science is to understand the natural world, not to undermine or discredit the existence of a higher power. By understanding the scientific method and the principles of science, we can see that science and faith are complementary ways of understanding the world, and that they can be used together to improve human lives and to appreciate the beauty and complexity of God's creation.